Yay, we're misinterpreting Twitter again. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. You can follow me on Twitter for accurate takes at HGramNFL. More Bears and NFL information over here. Bears Twitter is freaking out, but I think we've all calmed down by now. Let's just recap what happened, and if you're still freaking out, I'm here to calm you down. David Montgomery lit the world on fire when he tweeted out, "Playing in Chicago has been fun, and I met some great people along the way." This one at about 3:45 Central Time this afternoon. Naturally, every Bears site and Twitter account, what does this mean? The Bears, are they trading David Montgomery? Is that who they're trading to Philadelphia to get Carson Wentz? Which, by the way, that trade still hasn't happened, so who knows what's happening at this point. Philadelphia wants too much. But what's true is that we all need to calm down. Bears Twitter freaked out. David Montgomery also obviously saw the freak out and had to clarify things. It's fine, people. I think he misused past and present tense there, and that's all that happened when it comes to David Montgomery. He's not leaving Chicago. Don't worry about that. What was your panic level when you saw Monty's tweet at first? Scale from 1 to 10. A lot of you guys were at like a 50. Oh my God, David Montgomery's going to demand a trade. Not the truth. At first, let me know what it was. Now it's at a 1. I think we're all calmed down, but be honest with me. How much were you freaking out when you saw his initial tweet? Because then he tweeted this out basically saying, relax, no big deal. Said, y'all took that completely wrong. It was not intended in the purpose of football. It had nothing to do with ball. I love Chicago, and I'm ready to be here for a long time and win a lot of games. David Montgomery is not going anywhere. Even if he wanted to, he wouldn't, because he's a third-year running back who has no leverage in the National Football League, and he's good and he's cheap, and the Bears aren't going to trade him. But the point is here, we got to stop overreacting to things on social media. It is emoji season as well. I'm sure you guys have been seeing Allen Robinson tweet out emojis here and there. This is what athletes do, guys. They try to stir the pot. Dak Prescott followed the Washington football team on Instagram the other day, and people freaked out and was like, oh, is he going to Washington? Relax. That's not what's happening here. David Montgomery is a great player. He's not leaving Chicago anytime soon. I think what he meant to say is, I've had a great time being a Bear and playing for this city, and I've made a lot of friends so far. Misused a couple of words, no big deal. He's not going anywhere. He clarified that. David Montgomery is going to be here for the foreseeable future. Now, if for some reason Monty gets traded, we'll make a video about it. YouTube.com/BearsNow. We're making all kinds of videos, including this crazy dramatic one, because we're here to cover the hot topics when it comes to the Chicago Bears. Latest rumors, news, and much more videos, even ones like this, because we care about you guys. YouTube.com/BearsNow. We just crossed 22,000 subs like 10 minutes ago, so appreciate that. Next milestone, 23,000. Help us get there soon. Now, David Montgomery is a hell of a football player, and he's going to be a heck of a player for the Bears for quite a long time. Only 23 years old. 2 years into the National Football League. So obviously I can understand a little bit the panic, like, oh no, we finally get a good player on offense, and he tweets something out which could hint that he wants out. Obviously, that's not the case. We've discussed that. He's coming off a great season. Montgomery was awesome last year after hitting that slump in the middle of the year because the offensive line was hurt, and he obviously did not play well when Nick Foles was in at quarterback. The total numbers, very good. Almost 4.5 yards per carry, 8 touchdowns behind an offensive line that struggled for most of the year. And what I really liked about Montgomery's game last year is they got him more involved in the passing game. Now, some of that was due to the fact that Tariq Cohen got hurt and he had to pick up some of the slack, but David Montgomery in college at Iowa State was very dynamic as a receiver and as a runner as well. He became a true 3-down back in 2020. I think we'll see more of that in 21. Obviously, Tariq Cohen should be back and healthy and should factor in more, but I like the future of the running back position for the Bears, and David Montgomery is the focal point of that. I expect him to take an even bigger step next year. Feed the man. I told you guys, #free Monty toward the end of the season. The Bears coaching staff finally listened to me, and look what happened. He helped rally them to the playoffs. He's going to eat during the 2021 season. You could book that here on Chicago Bears. Now I want to ask you guys this question. Will David Montgomery be a top 5 running back next year? Type Y for yes. type Inferno. Let's hear it from you guys. I think this year he stepped into top 10 territory. Could he make top 5? Let's hear from you. Y for yes or Inferno. Now, if you want to be top 5 or top 1 in your female's life, this is the easiest way to do it. You get a girl flowers, you're good to go. That's just how life works. Chatsports.com/flowers. Tons of different arrangements. You don't have to get roses. Not all girls like roses. Different flowers are available. You can trust me on that. And hey, some ladies out there don't like flowers. They do exist. Trust me. Guess what? You can get them some sweets as well. 15% off when you go to the link. Chatsports.com/flowers. You can get these spa packages. Pro Flowers has everything you could ever ask for when it comes to Valentine's Day. The best part about it, you don't have to get out and shop with all the crazies on Valentine's Day. You just go to that link, you get your order, they're going to ship it to whatever address you want to for 15% off. Go to chatsports.com/flowers. That link is in the comments. It's in the description. Valentine's Day is just 4 days away. Don't be the guy that misses it. Chatsports.com/flowers. We do have some other news to get into. Mike Pettine has been hired by the Chicago Bears as a senior assistant. Serves the Packers DC for the past 3 years. He's bounced around. He's been all over the place. He, of course, was briefly the Browns head coach. That did not work out so well, but good history as a defensive coordinator, as a defensive coach as well. I think he'll be a good resource for first-year defensive coordinator Sean Desai, someone that Desai can talk to when, things maybe go awry and this and that. He's a good he's a veteran guy. He's been around for quite a while, into his mid-50s now, and he's an NFC North guy. He'll give you some insight on the Packers as well. I think this is a good hire. I like this move from Matt Nagy to bring in a veteran guy who's well familiar with the division and with the National Football League. He could be a good resource for Matt Nagy as well, who enters 2020 on the hot seat. So I like the move of bringing in Mike Pettine. He's got a lot of experience. He's familiar with the division. He will be a great resource for Sean Desai and for this defense moving forward in 2021. Poaching him from the Packers is a good move, in my opinion. Grade the hire for me, A, B, C, D, or F. Let's hear it in the comments section. I think it's like a B+. I think it's a good move. I'm not going to overstate the hire. It's a senior defensive assistant role. It's not, a play caller or something like that. But, overall, I'm a big fan of what happened here. Now, it's been a crazy day on Twitter. Take a deep breath. David Montgomery, he's going to be here. He already said that. Don't freak out. I've got all the updates here on this channel and on my Twitter page at HGramNFL. Go ahead and give me a follow over there. Appreciate you guys for 22,000 subs. Hit that big red button and subscribe if you haven't already. And guess what? More videos tomorrow. We'll see you then.